It's a heist movie, and they are heisting life, we think. This is 7 on Stinker Madness.
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness. I'm your host, Justin. I got Sam and Jackie here. How are you guys tonight?
I'm okay.
Good. Sam?
I'm good.
Right on. Well, this is going to be a weird episode. This is going to be the first of its kind. We usually don't do stuff like this. But at this point in time, we kind of, A, don't have a choice, and B, have some pretty strong points to make about what happened. So the movie is 7, directed by Andy Sidaris, stalwart of Stinker Madness. This is the third movie we've done by Andy Sidaris. His second film that he directed. We downloaded this off of YouTube, and some strange, wacky things happened.
Is this his second or his first?
No, Stacy's his first.
Stacy was his first?
Yeah. 7 is just a couple years before Malibu Express. So, we're just going to go ahead and say what happened. We got 120 minutes of this film watched out of 140 minutes. So we have no idea what happened at the end.
We got cock-blocked by the Stinkernomicron again.
Yeah.
By 99 Bond.
Bond 99, which I did happen to look up. So, anyways, what happened is, for those of you that don't know what the Stinkernomicon is, it's the holy bible of bad movies that I've found on YouTube. And as we all are aware, sometimes the YouTube movies are a little dicey.
When has the Stinkernomicron worked?
We did Stone Cold from the Stinkernomicon.
Oh, yeah. That was the first try, too.
Yeah.
Because usually what happens is you'll be like, oh, shit, I got to download this again. This was not a good copy.
Yeah, well, I checked the quality on this one beforehand. But anyways, at 120 minutes, the film dropped out and some message for a porno website, Bond 99, comes up. And I checked it out. Bond 99 is an Asian porn website. Has nothing to do with anything. Not like download the rest of the movie here for $2 or whatever. Just look at some Asian hairy ladies.
Huh.
You have now been tagged by the internet.
And then you were like,
oh, yeah.
Well, I'm already here. May as well tug one out before anybody notices.
No, it wasn't that kind. It was the icky kind. Yeah. Bond99.com. We shouldn't have even said it. We shouldn't have even plugged that butthole that fucked us out of 20 minutes of this movie.
You know, what we're telling you, really, listeners, is...
like 8 times, because we tried, and then the other videos were just like the same cutoff spot, and then they added the beginning of the movie again.
Yeah. What were you saying, Jackie?
What we're really telling our listeners is, fuck those guys. Don't even look at their movies. Don't click on them. They're buttholes.
Yeah, well, if you want to see the first 101 hour and 20 minutes of 7, it's a really good way to do it. Because we'll get into why we had to do it and why we're going to continue to do this podcast. But just be aware, we have no fucking clue what happens at the end of this movie.
I have a pretty good idea.
I think, though, at the end, after we get done discussing everything that we've got going, that we should just hypothesize what's going to happen.
That's what we're going to do. Save it.
Yeah.
Table it until the end.
I hope to go first because I already made mine public.
No, I think you'll get to go last. So, yeah, we also have to make another stipulation. We can't rate this movie. We have not seen this film in its entirety. We can't make any judgments to the film, whether we should recommend it or not. We can only disclaim, what I saw was good or bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there will not be an official review for this episode. However, further news, a very nice gentleman on the internet, Twitter, Martini Shark, I believe his name, at Martini Shark, is going to find us a copy of 7.
Rodrigo Martini?
No.
Rodrigo Martini.
All right, Martini Shark.
Martini Shark is going to hook us up with the end of 7, but that should be in a couple weeks. So we'll have a follow-up and then put in our official thoughts and review on 7.
I think if Martini Shark,
Martini
Shot, yeah.
Which is just what a martini is.
Martini Shark gets this movie for us. I think we should send him an autographed picture of Sam.
A signed digital headshot of Stinker Madness's Sam.
Sam, yeah.
Yeah.
And he asked, it was Bad Movie Sunday got the last one, right?
That is correct.
And they requested something that was outlandish, and they got it because that's what kind of guy I am.
Yeah, you delivered.
So you can even request what kind of selfie you want. There's not going to be any dick pics. I'll put that out there right now.
We are not going to address them as selfies. They are signed digital headshots. We're pros.
And there won't be any penises in the headshot.
We're not some dickhead with a cell phone. We're professionals, Sam.
That's true. Headshots. But you can request the headshot.
Anyway, 7. As we mentioned, it's a Andy Sidaris film that is not really that Andy Sidaris-y.
It's pretty Andy Sidaris-y, the credit sequence.
Yeah, but it just doesn't have the same humor and huge amounts of boobs in it. Just obligatory hot tub scenes with ladies with no shirts on.
Yeah, I was discussing it with somebody earlier today.
Which is ironic, because there is a hot tub scene with a lady with no shirt on.
Yeah, and because it takes like 10 minutes before you see, or 11 minutes before you see boobs.
I've got it at 10:30.
10:30. So, and the way that works out is it's like everything's going. It seems like a Sedaris movie, and then it's early on in his days, and you feel the Sedaris go, there's something missing here. And this woman just comes in, delivers a cockamamie line, takes her shirt off, and leaves. And so it's basically just like, I need to put some boobs right here.
I think that this is a solid foundation for the future Sedaris films. You can almost sense that William Smith's character is one of the Abilenes. He's not, but he lives a very Abilene lifestyle.
Yes, he does.
Takes place in Hawaii. There's various connections that William Smith has, the character Drew, that each have their own talents and what they do, and some of them are booby ladies.
Some of them are.
All of them are booby ladies.
Or a professor. The professor looks familiar. I didn't bother to look up who he is.
Yeah. So, obviously the skateboarding guy. If you've seen 7, the skateboarding guy from Hard Ticket to Hawaii, doesn't make his return because this takes place before Hard Ticket to Hawaii. But
yes.
But I think his stunts got much better in Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's it. The whole movie. I think Hard Ticket is much better shot. I think this is a much better directed film.
It's hard to say though when you watch these transfers that are poor, when it's sort of washed out. Could just be the transfer. You really don't know how good this thing looks until you see one of the prints on a projector.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
But there still were no great stunts by the skateboard guy.
When he was going down the hill, even though it doesn't look great, that's dangerous as shit.
He did a handstand last time we went down the hill, or when in Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
The handstand's retarded.
The handstand is, but the steepness of the hill in this one was really steep. Like, I wouldn't go down that on a skateboard.
I'm not sure if I would do much on a skateboard. I saw a fat lady win 2, off-road skateboards on The Price is Right the other day, and she had to have been 60 years old, and she just had this look on her face like, God damn it, what am I gonna do with skateboards? Not to mention off-road skateboards.
I saw a fucking cat on YouTube that was skating in a skate park, and it was like going up the side, and then it would turn around on the skateboard and then go back down. Like, that cat was like, I could practice skateboarding for the next 3 weeks and not ever I could try at this stage in my life, I'm too old to get good at skateboarding. I could try and I would never be as good at skateboarding as that cat on YouTube is.
Yeah, there you go. What do we think about the performances in this film? You got William Smith, obviously.
William Smith just sort of does his thing.
Yeah, looks handsome, looks tough, looks grizzled.
I think that the professor really sort of knocks it out of the park.
Professor's quite the character.
He's creepy as shit.
Well, let's.
So my favorite good guy was the professor by far, yeah, and my favorite bad guy was the weirdo who rapes the chick.
Oh, really?
And
The hermit.
has his own, the hermit. I thought the hermit was the most convincing one out of the villains.
Oh yeah, he was dastardly.
Yeah, he was creepy as all hell.
You got Butterfly, who doesn't really do much.
He's got a belt buckle with one on it.
Yeah. Nico, who I think is one of the henchmen. TK is one of the good guys, the black race car driving, hang gliding, grenade throwing son of a bitch.
I don't know anybody that can run as fast or jump as high as you, so I need you to do this hang glider thing.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Jenny, who is Alexa's friend.
I'm a fan of Jenny.
Yeah.
She looks good in a bikini and outside of mine without a bikini. You know what I mean?
The cowboy, who ends up romancing Jenny.
Okay.
Alexa, aforementioned. Alexa. The professor. Mr. Chen.
Alexa's Barbara Lay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was... She looked okay. She's a little past her prime when this thing was shot. But, young Barbara Lay in Playboy is something else.
I think my favorite good guy is Alexa. I think that not only is she fun and carefree, like maybe a little too carefree in this film, she's also basically, I think, the setup for the agency. Like the
she's
future
Donna
of
Spear.
Andy Sidaris films.
Yeah.
She's the one. Kinsella, played by Art Matrino. The Kahuna, the Hermit. Ed, Big Ed.
Who's the guy that gets in the karate fight at the end? The kung fu bad guy.
That's McDowell.
No,
not
not
McDowell. Mr. Lee, I think.
Mr. Lee, yeah. McDowell sucks.
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything, then he gets blown up, kinda.
Yeah, he's supposed to be heading up this mission, right?
I don't know what
Harris,
fucking McDowell...
Harris is the guy that is the agency FBI-ish guy, CIA guy, who hires Drew to then take on the
These
Kahuna
guys.
and his gang.
Whoever it is, because he doesn't even know who it is. He's like, go take on whoever.
Yeah, we got problems in Hawaii, go down there and clean it up.
For $7 million.
7 is a constant theme. 7 good guys, 7 bad guys, $7 million. And I think that's about it as far as the 7s go.
7 chipmunks sitting on a branch eating peanuts on my uncle's ranch.
You pull on a slot machine, you only need 3 7s, baby.
Step on my office.
Andy Sidaris knew that.
You're fucking fired.
You gotta win big.
Yeah. So the movie starts out with a luau.
That's, I don't know if that's racist or not.
I can be racist to music
I
and
don't
rhythms.
know. Maybe
I thought that was a
racist.
bongo thing. Yeah, that's kind of what it's like, and you can kind of see the fire sticks going in the background, the hula ladies with their hips going like crazy.
And those savages dancing. See, that's racist.
That's racist, Sam. Way to be the first one at it this time.
I had to go there because I went there inadvertently. You just gotta claim it when you're oh shit, I was being racist, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if you can be racist towards a beat, so whatever. There's some dudes there checking it out and like, when she puts the yellow lay on the guys, it's time to move, Skip. Skip, who's played by... What's
Martin Cove?
Martin Cove from... I
You said
recognize him from
Cagney and Lacey.
Yeah.
He's in everything. He's in
He's
Rambo
also in the
2.
Karate Kid, the original Karate
Oh,
Kid.
yeah, he's Cobra Kai guy.
No,
Yeah.
isn't that
He's
Joe
the-
Piscopo?
No, he's the coach for the bad karate guys.
Yeah, he is the bad coach.
Gets his nose honked.
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Sweep the leg. It's so stupid.
It is so stupid. But anyways, Martin Cove's there. I thought Martin Cove was going to be one of the guys. And he has a fair bit of screen time in this film, but he's not one of the main guys. He's one of the henchmen for Chemo.
Yeah, Chemo, who looks like he has a French 1800s haircut.
Yeah.
A little poofter there, but, whatever.
He's got a little bit of small man-itis.
It's weird. He's got, like, his
He's
hair...
got a shitty haircut.
He's got a
shitty
queef haircut. Like, it's just...
queef haircut?
I think you meant to say quaff.
Yes, thank you. Well, either way, it stunk.
Oh,
bad joke.
That's a recovery right
That's
there.
racist.
Against smelling vaginas.
Yeah. How dare you?
Hey, if you got a smelly vagina, there are products to take care of it, ladies. Don't be afraid to go to a drugstore in the next town over and pick some up.
The next town over.
Hey, if you live in a small town, you don't want anybody to see you in there picking up some stuff. Like, oh, I see you've got issues. Won't be picking up on you at Charlie's this weekend.
This isn't for the bunt cake, is it, Mrs. Willis?
P.U. These jokes stink. So, the yellow lays translate into time to hit a guy. That's the guy to hit, to kill him, to assassinate him.
Yeah, they kill a guy first. They just shoot somebody.
Yeah.
Just
He
shoot
was an
that
agent.
guy.
Yeah. So they're there to whack dudes who I think are all essentially men of power. Like everybody
Okay,
that gets whacked
It
at the
is said
beginning.
explicitly that they're the best detectives in Hawaii
Okay.
that are
all right.
friends with the senator who then gets whacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when they're really bad is when they kill the detective's wife. She's trying to make sure he's okay. She's screaming and he just shoots her out the window too. Leaves him there dead.
So if these guys are running around whacking detectives and the senator, what were they doing before? Were they bad guys before this? Or was it just like, we're going to do something that's not really flushed out in the movie. Let's be bad guys first. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I think that they were the second tier bad guys because it's actually alluded to when he goes to Art Matrino's character, who's the new hitman, because he's at that point in the dialogue, he's alluding that Art Matrino used to be the best hitman in Hawaii.
Right. Yeah, I got that.
So who's the new guy?
Right, but what about the rest of the guy? What the syndicate of baddies?
Baddies. What were they doing? They were doing with the Kahuna. We used the drugs because he was using the electronics as a front for the drugs.
Okay.
Oh, that guy was a weirdo too.
So they were just doing their own thing, and they were like, we gotta take the heat off. So we're gonna kill detectives and a senator.
Well, no, that's as part of their plan. The heist, the actual heist, is to heist Hawaii.
Yeah, which we don't learn about until much later.
Much later, yeah.
Right, they're gonna run it into the ground and then buy it for cheap.
Yep.
Okay, so anyways, they're whacking dudes.
It's an unconventional heist.
And meanwhile, we get the typewriter credits that Sam mentioned earlier. Which
it's not a typewriter. It's actually the what did the press use for correspondence? The wire. What's that called?
The Wire.
The Wire.
The AP wire. There was an actual
I don't know what that's
That's
called.
racist.
Yeah, that is racist. How dare me?
Huh. Well, that's what it is. It's one of
okay.
those. It's like the prior to the fax machine, they had automatic typewriters.
Linograph.
It's not a linograph.
So this is hot off the press, is what you're saying.
Ish.
Yeah. Wah, wah.
The credits are interspliced with action sequences of dudes getting whacked. Another dude gets laid, and then a jumping guy,
Fire thrower
man, shoves a spear in his chest and then runs off into
You
the
never
night.
see this guy again.
No, he's just that could have been unrelated.
He's a hot boy.
Yeah. Wait, because he's tough or
No, because he was
He's
playing
on
with fire.
Oh.
But he was not a hot crust buns, people.
He's
He
not-
was not.
He's not one of the hot boys from
Hot boys?
yeah, from Hot Boys. He's no Snoop Dogg.
Wow.
The skateboard assassin shows up, arrows a guy. Senator vows to catch these baddies that are wreaking havoc on Hawaii.
I have to go back to...
That was very
I have
German
to
of
go
you.
back to it, so we're not doing anything with bad jokes here, so I have to tell this one. Skate or die, or skate to die. That doesn't work. Skate to kill.
Skate or die? How about just die?
Die from skate. Or
Yeah, die from skate.
or
Okay.
his name was Skater.
Skater dead. So the assassins lead the senator to the skateboarder
Because they're hot cops.
because they're hot cops.
They're like, hey, follow us.
And
We're
this is
cops
the
with
same
our
guy
shirts
from-
unbuttoned.
Right, and this is the same guy from the Karate Kid movies.
Martin Cove.
Martin Cove.
Skip and the other thugs.
Nico.
Nico, yeah.
And he's got his shirt unbuttoned all the way to his belly button to show off his sweet abs.
That's Hawaii. It's hot.
Yeah, whatever. I've never seen a cop do that.
I would not trust a police officer who had that many buttons unbuttoned.
Hey, man.
Even
Dangle
if
does
he
it
is
all
a
the
police
time.
officer, I'd be like, you are playing fast and loose with the rules, sir. I cannot abide.
Macho
by-
man.
Yeah, no dice.
No.
That's
That just says creepy to me.
Yeah, well, either way,
Possible
the senator
crabs.
likes it. He follows them like, oh, okay, whatever you say, sir. You'll take your shortcut, and they lead him right to the skateboarder guy. And
It doesn't work out.
it doesn't work out. The skateboarder assassin kills him,
Shoots him.
shoots them all dead. Everybody in the cars. No more senator. Meanwhile, well, not meanwhile. This leads to Harris, the chief of an agency, as disclaimed. I kind of want to say that at some point somebody said the CIA, but
No,
that could
they
have just
said
been
the
me.
FBI.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah, the senator said the FBI. Actually, he said like the federal investigative branch or something like that. I mean, it's very... Who?
Harris, get in here. There's a whole situation in Hawaii. There's men killing all of the senators and good cops.
Then Harris gets in there, and that guy couldn't act his way out of a paper bag.
Harris. Oh, boy.
He had a sweet hat, though.
He was
So
not wearing
page
a
boy
hat
hat?
at
No,
all.
I don't think he was wearing a
never
hat.
wearing a hat.
Harris was bald.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
was-
know, but didn't he have one of those
Nope.
page boy hats
Mm-mm.
with his brown leather jacket?
What?
Okay, never mind.
Harris is the... Never mind. Yeah. So Harris comes
He's a
in. He's
stiff.
like, we got to make a unit to take care of everybody in Hawaii. We'll get these guys. I know just the man to put this team
Well,
together.
they go through a photo collage of people,
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
then that's Andy Sidaris' first cameo. Is he's like the second or the first photo
Yeah, like...
that they show?
This guy's too crazy. This guy's far too old and fat. Sorry, Andy. And, hey, this guy just happens to be William Smith. Whoa, let's get him. And he's on Hawaii as well.
Yeah, he's already there.
Yeah, he's already there. So Harris goes to Drew's.
What does he say? He says something really fucking stupid.
I can't remember. The lines in
Oh,
this
yeah,
film
he's
are
like,
so...
oh, let's go get him. He's like, if you went to get him, he'd eat your lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh?
that's right.
Well, I don't have a lunch. Well, he'd make one for you, and then he'd eat it in front of you. That's what kind of guy he is. You just stay here, buddy.
It's pretty much exactly how it went.
Yeah.
Nice play-by-play.
Yeah, I don't think that's funny. I think that's just spot on.
There you go.
So Harris goes to Drew's, which is when we get the boobs at 10 minutes and 30 seconds. There's just some lady that's hanging
Answers
out,
the door.
answers the door in a bikini, and she's like, "Oh, come on in. I'll escort you." Holds Harris's hand, gives him a little peck on the cheek. "Hey, here's the man to see you. It's so hot out here."
She says something like, I am here now. Look at these. Takes them off. Well, there's some nice looking boobies.
She's going to the sauna, and she doesn't want to become a prune.
The sauna.
So she beats it. However, Harris likes it. And then,
Harris likes it.
and then Harris beats it off later.
No.
In Drew's bathroom. I'm pretty sure that happened. So
I don't think he can. He just looks like a guy who's constipated
Can't
and
beat
impotent.
off.
Yeah.
huh.
He hasn't
He
pooped
was
in 3
looking
weeks.
at those boobs pretty seriously.
And if he hasn't pooped in 3 weeks, and if he touches his wiener, it's all coming out. He's got that much kind of. You got an agency man or an FBI man, they're all pent up with, backed up. All of it's backed up.
So if you are in one of these
That's
agencies and
racist.
you would like us to let us know if you are all backed up, as Sam said, you can Twitter us at Stinker Madness. Backed up CIA, FBI guys.
Yep, I got a booping jacket. You are correct. I cannot wait till either one happens.
That'd be tough.
Yeah. Anyways, so Drew they're not going to give Drew any help. They're going to send him in, and he's got to do his own thing. He's in charge, and there's no support. It's like going into the U.S. Army, sending a guy in there over lines like, "We will disavow all existence of your existence if you get captured."
Just about all existence of your existence. The future is the past. Tomorrow is inevitable. Space is dark.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
Rectify endless time.
Drew wants $7 million, and he gets it. So Drew hits up the dock. He's going to start recruiting his team. At the dock, there's some ladies on a boat. So Lexa and Jenny.
She's my lady. And it's really, she's like when a dude in a shitty movie is like, this is my man, Brock, or whatever.
Right.
She has one of those, except it's a lady named Jenny,
Uh-huh.
who's just rubbing her back.
Having... This was a little... This wasn't, hey, this is my man, Brock.
No,
this is my lady.
You're interrupting.
Yeah. Yeah, we were about to take our shirts off. Oh, too late.
Am I interrupting? Why don't you have a boat with a top? Well, then how would anybody see us?
Yeah, exactly. Good point. So anyways, they're in. Alexa's going to take on the hermit. Drew goes and gets the cowboy, who has to get Butterfly, who is a drug dealer. I've got some serious notes right here.
Yeah.
Drew then goes and gets TK, the black racer. He's going to go after Mr. Chin, the shipper, who's a shipper of guns, drugs, humans, whatever he can get his hands on.
Is it ready? Helen ready.
Oh, yeah, Helen Reddy. I didn't get it.
I am woman, hear me roar.
That's Helen Reddy?
That's Helen Reddy.
Huh,
She was in
that?
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Okay, man. It's a pretty obscure joke.
At that time,
Helen
wasn't that
Reddy was like the fucking
the
Beatles.
fucking thing, dude. I am woman, hear me roar was huge.
Yeah, but that's... All right. A song.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the time and place.
Yeah, okay. The professor, who's... I don't know what the professor is. I've got professor/missile guy.
Well, that's what he is.
Yeah, dude, he just has a sweet missile.
He's just
And
the
he's
missile.
the professor.
Yeah.
And he's a pervert.
Yeah, he is.
Indeed.
He's
he
a
likes...
very successful pervert.
Indeed.
Yeah.
He's going to go after Kiko McDowell, who's in the results business. I liked that. I don't know if that's a thing. Like, you know, he's a cover man, or he's a backdoor man, or he's a commando. I like he's in the results business, which basically means he's a hitman. Like, he gets results.
I don't know. He gets results of whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what he does in this movie? He gets breakfast.
Yeah.
Like 3 times. That's it.
The key to your downfall is the most important meal of every day. Ed who's, I guess, just a construction guy, goes after Mr. Lee, whose art is theft and kung fu.
Yes, this is my favorite bad guy
Mr. Lee.
because he sucks.
Yeah, he does suck.
And he's always like, "What are you doing, dummy?" And he calls everybody, "All right, you're about to get a pineapple. Give me a pineapple. Hey, not that way, dummy."
And he can't talk. Yeah. You son of a bitch. You're about to get pineapple, son of a bitch.
What are you doing, dummy?
He's not Asian. By how my imitation is you think like, oh, that's just racist because his name's Mr. Lee and he knows kung fu.
No, he's an Islander.
He's pretty westernized.
Yeah, but he just calls everybody dummy.
Oh, you fucking asshole! I'll fucking kill you fucking son of a bitch!
Hey, get up here, dummy. Like, I don't think I'd like to work for that guy.
No. Kinsella, the comedian, is going after Chemo, the hitman. They're both hitmen. Oh, showdown. And Drew, of course, gets the kahuna, who is the expert. Expert of what? I don't know. I guess getting things done.
He's the main cheese.
Yeah, the big
Kahuna.
sandwich. Yeah, the big kahuna.
Yeah, as it were.
Yeah.
When in Rome, right?
When in Kauai. That's racist.
Is it?
So before things get started, Drew has to go bone Alexa. I think that was Alexa that Drew bones down
He
with.
bones down on somebody. I think it's Alexa.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell. It's one of Andy's least...
She's in front of a window.
Yeah.
Like, get some handfuls of
She
boobs.
does not get naked.
No, it is Alexa.
You're okay.
Yeah, 'cause there's the scene after that where they're laying in the bed and he's talking on the phone. You can clearly see that it's her in that scene.
Yeah. And she was a playmate, you say?
Yes, that's Barbara Lang.
But she does not get her boobs out in this film. We think. We haven't seen the last 17 minutes of this film.
There's really nothing left to imagination when she's in front of that window.
Yeah, that's true. So, the professor, which this is one of the parts I don't get. The professor has to go through airport security to get to where he's going, and he's got a blow-up doll in there. But why is he...
It's
why
distraction
is he flying?
so that he can get the fucking missile on the plane.
I understand, but where is he flying from and to? Wasn't he already there?
No, because they showed a sign that clearly read Malibu County. He's in the mainland, then there's talk of the mainland. He's in California.
Maybe he is was going to be like guardian of the Malibu Express or something.
He's like a professor probably at USC.
Oh, I bet you who he is. I'm just going to infer. I'm going to make some guesses here. He's Cody Abilene's liaison to the agency.
Huh.
Which is ran by William Smith.
Where's that Cody? Is the professor Cody Abilene's dad?
Oh, that could be.
Because he does bang the chicks pretty easily and readily.
Uh-huh.
Like, he just bangs the chick.
Yeah.
Just like, whatever, I'm going to do the weirdest, creepiest old man thing. And she's like, oh, silly. Bang me.
I think both theories are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he's got a blow-up doll in his carry-on. And, hey, what's in here?
Self-inflating blow-up doll.
Yeah, self-inflating blow-up doll. I couldn't tell what the hell was coming out of this bag. I was like, what the shit? Oh, no, it's the blow-up doll. God damn it, Andy. Fucking blow-up dolls.
Comes back in our ticket.
Indeed. And as Sam mentioned, I think it's just to be like, you're not going to search me because you think I just got a blow-up doll in here. I've got a whole fucking, like, missile launcher, laser tracker. Fucking, I can kill anybody in the United States with the click of a button in my carry-on.
Provided I do the right calculations on a notepad.
Yeah. Factor in the curvature of the Earth and...
Call the weather service so you know which way the wind is blowing.
Calculus.
Calculus?
I don't think the professor was doing any kind of that business.
His fucking name is the professor, and he's got a notepad. He's doing calculus. He's calling the weather service, and he kills a guy from fucking 500 miles away with a fucking tiny-ass missile. He had to do calculus.
Yeah, there's a sine curve and a tangent and all that shit. There was a vector path there. It was calculus.
He's the professor. He doesn't even need a graphing calculator. He can do it with his mind.
He actually just has the notepad and he writes down, got it. And then he pushes the button.
So the plan is to kill all these assholes within 30 minutes. And separately, not get them together and blow them up.
Yeah.
Everything's got to like
go down.
Fall like dominoes.
Because apparently they have an alarm system.
And so what happens if the alarm goes off? They bail?
It does later.
I know, but
It doesn't work. I mean, I don't know.
So say it worked. Say, why do they have to do it in 30 minutes?
Because they'll find out and they'll be hip to it, and then they won't be able to get all of them.
I understand it would be ideal in 30 minutes, but 30 minutes? Like, you couldn't just stretch it out to an hour?
Yeah. No, the thing that should be mentioned is that the hit is the ultimate heist, and it's planned as such.
It is planned as such, and it's filmed as such. Quick, very quick,
A lot of
interlaced shots of what's going on over here and what's going on here, and
voiceover, narration. This is what's going to happen here. You're gonna
oh
have to
yeah,
pick
yeah.
up.
Oh, in this scene, yes.
Like,
yes.
it's totally like building the heist narration, only instead of heisting money, they're heisting the lives of bad guys.
Indeed. Who are going to heist something that...
Who are going to do something that would drop the property value of Hawaii so they could buy it all up and
Kill
then get
everybody?
rich. They're going to make it so undesirable to live there.
And
So-
then the tourist won't come.
Yeah, so it's in effect the only way to stop the greatest heist of all time, which is super unconventional, is to have an even more unconventional heist of people's lives.
Okay, so here's what we got to do. And we have to, if you haven't thought of this before, we also have to draw up what that thing is that would have been revealed in the last 17 minutes of the film.
Okay.
All right. So the cowboy and Jenny go after Chemo's boys because they got to get Art Matrine and
Matrino?
Matrino. No, Art, not Mara Matrino. Nate Donovan and
Nate Donovan.
oh, what the Cagney and Lacey,
Martin Cove.
and Kiko away so that they can get a hit on Chemo, I guess.
Yeah, he's going to kill Chemo, so he wants to audition. That's the only way he can do it.
He's gonna audition.
So he makes the thing, he's like, the only way I can take this act to Vegas is if Kino, whatever his name is, he can book me there. And if he does it, I'll sell him this place cheap.
Uh-huh.
But I need to get in front of him because he's the only guy that can get me into Vegas.
So why do Cowboy and Jenny have to whack him?
Wait,
They're his boys.
those guys?
Yeah. I mean, half the movie is Cowboy and Jenny going after Cagney and Lacey and
So that they
Kiko.
can't pull the alarm, I guess. No, they end up whacking the surfer guy that's the drug dealer.
They eventually do?
They're operating on two fronts.
But why? Why take out the bodyguards? Everybody else has got bodyguards. Nobody's concerned about bodyguards.
They just get rid of them. Why leave any variables?
Okay. Except for all the other bodyguards in the film. Anyway, so they're going to go after Chemo's boys. The car is bulletproof, so they got a problem. They don't know, oh, shit, what are we going to do? So, as Sam mentioned, the comedian invites the boys to the club and make an offer to Chemo. Now it's Saturday. No. Oh, that's not the luau. I just wanted to make those sounds.
Those
Racist
sounds.
Ay.
That's racist.
So the professor stakes out McDowell at lunch.
I can't get over McDowell.
Just
Because I'm
eats
racist.
food.
Well, yeah, I mean, the whole name, his name is Asian McIrish. What? You're like-
This gentleman is clearly Asian, and his last name is McDowell.
Yeah. And he's in the results business, and the results happen in the toilet. Because all he does is eat breakfast. That's it.
At his reserved table, same thing every day because it's
Same
always ready
place,
when he gets
same
there.
time. That's what these guys are doing. They're staking everybody out. They're trying to find their patterns.
They're
and, like,
casing
where can we get
the lives. They're heisting.
their heisting lives? So McDowell spots the professor and kind of roughs him up outside of the club. Hey, I've seen you looking at me, and oui, baguette. I don't know where that voice came from,
Huh.
but
That's racist.
it is, but it's French, so
Fuck 'em.
it's fine. So he's like, stop looking at me. You've been following me and tailing me and shit, and I will fuck your shit up if I see you ever again. And it kind of seems like the professor's like, oh, but then later we see him writing in his notepad, like, mm-hmm.
And the notepad is always illegible. Like, you can't really read it. It's always blurry. So you don't know what the hell he's writing down ever.
I'm pretty sure he's writing, mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So
Big
TK is out staking out Mr. Chin, who's apparently an avid golfer.
Oh, yeah, the
Never
golfer
misses-
guy.
Never misses his golf.
Which he
He's
owns
got a-
the golf course.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, shit, if I owned a golf course. I guess I should get into the shipping business.
You would poop on the green just to say you did it.
No, that's
That's my
icky.
fucking grass, man. Damn, weirdo. Shit. Racist asshole. How dare you? So Alexa gets a chopper to track the hermit who lives on an island, which I guess is pretty clear because he's the hermit. He's got his
They're
own
actually
place.
all on islands.
Yeah, well, that's true.
The Hawaiian Islands.
If you think about it, so are we, but not really.
And no man is an island of itself.
So she lands, and the hermit eventually, the hermit sees her, like, coming in, like, oh, what's that? Oh, the hermit's got a weakness for women. So he's like, hey, there's a chopper up there. Hope it's not dudes looking for me. Oh, it's a lady.
Who's a botanist. I believe that.
Yeah, I would like to go to there. Ooh, I'll go get her later.
I haven't raped a botanist this week.
That night, the professor brings the waitress from the restaurant back to his room for one of the silliest sex scenes I've ever seen.
It doesn't make a lot of one lick of sense.
Nobody? Silliest sex scene?
Yeah, the string. I get it.
Yeah, silly
It's
string.
a string of odd events.
Yeah, I'll spray some
A
silly
silly
string
string
on
of
your
odd.
face,
I don't know.
and then we'll eat silly string off
He
of each
gets
other.
pissed when she sprays
Safe
him
to
with it,
eat.
like he's like, "What's this? You've got me. I've been nabbed." It's like it's silly string.
It's a fucking net gun.
Yeah, he acts like it's a net gun. I was like, no, it's silly string. It's edible. It says so on the can, which I don't think it ever said that on the can.
No.
No, silly
Because
string
it's
is not
like
edible.
highly toxic.
Yeah,
I
and
have.
really flammable.
Oh yeah.
Anything that's really flammable is not safe for consumption.
No.
I can't think of one goddamn thing.
Rum.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I wouldn't say that's safe for consumption.
It's not.
Yeah. So Drew stakes out the kahuna at the luau. They're back at the luau.
And he notices the lady's like, she's a dancer. What's she even doing here?
Yeah.
What is she
Millie.
even doing
Hey,
here?
Millie, why are you in this film?
Millie milling around Millie.
Millerson. So Kahuna is like, this Drew guy's giving me the eyeball. Hey, skateboarder, tail him. So he does. Tails Drew back to his hotel. Drew just goes to bed. Sunday. Sunday's the day. I guess I didn't mention that. That Sunday was...
Oh, that was 4
Execution.
7s because it was 7 days.
Yeah, well, I don't
No,
know.
it wasn't.
I've
It
only-
No, it
like
was 3 days.
4
Yeah, I got
days.
3 days.
Yeah, you only need 3 7s. That's the way the jackpot works.
Oh, 3 minus 4 plus 7 equals 7.
12.
No, 3... Yeah, 5.
The sine of any cosine is its tangent.
Which equals 7.
That's not true.
Yeah. So the cowboy and Jenny spend the night together. Wake up. I didn't really know that was going to go down. She just wakes up and, hey, it's Jenny's can.
It just seems like a pushover to me.
Nah, that's true.
I think we see her true colors a little bit later.
Yeah, when she's making the instant coffee because she can't figure out the real coffee pot.
No, later than that.
Oh.
When she's smoking the reefer and she's like, fuck this shit, I love reefer.
Yeah, she just takes off with all the young kids.
So the skater is still at Drew's the next day, and Drew comes down dressed as elderly Burt Reynolds, is what I got.
He comes down dressed as himself in a wig and sunglasses.
Yeah.
Master of disguise.
Well, the skater doesn't spot it. It's like, oh,
It is a good
I'm
disguise.
So tired. Oh,
I'm pretty sure that was the same wig that was at the end of
the
this
Kahuna
movie.
wears. Yeah. Or the Kahuna's fake Kahuna wears.
Well,
Yeah,
there's-
on the boat later. He's like, hey, can I borrow that?
the Sedaris is notorious for recycling the props.
Why not? So Drew drives away in his car, and the skater's like, oh, shit. Ah, damn it, that was him. Ah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, now this is where the movie starts getting real fast and heavy, and everything's happening all at once, but it's interlaced scenes, just quick, like 20 seconds of like, found my target. Now I'm gonna do this, and then go to the next guy, and hey, this is happening. Shoo, 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 shoo,
Right, they
shoo.
start picking them off at this point.
Well, not really. They're still getting to the ability to pick them off. I'm just saying that the film's pace
speeds up considerably.
Considerably. Maybe one of the fastest paces I've ever seen in a film. I really like, and this is why I think that this is Andy's strongest work, is because of this heist feel that there's not any long sequences of, oh, hey, we got a problem with the vault, and now we've got to come up with a wacky way to get into it, and the ensemble cast is all together trying to figure it out, and some funny things happen. That doesn't happen. This is 7 different scenes all happening
At once.
at one time, and I think it's gorgeous. And it seems hard to do that and execute it well. This is really well executed.
Yeah, it looks good.
It looks
And
good.
fits,
It's exciting.
It's tight.
It's tight.
You don't ever, and what's, I think the hardest thing about this is what you don't notice. You don't notice him losing
No.
track of time, which
Exactly.
would be the easiest fucking thing to do.
Exactly. And where the
And that's-
cuts happen,
Yeah.
there's never a point like, well, wait, what? Oh,
When-
everything is completely smooth.
When you have 3 different scenarios playing out in a movie and you're watching it, Inception, for example,
Uh-huh.
and you're like, they're not even playing by their own rules time-wise anymore. What the fuck? This is supposed to be a smart movie. And he does it 7 times brilliantly.
Yes, absolutely. Andy's finest work that I've ever seen happens right here. So anyways, so the cowboy punches a hole in Chemo's car, but Skip goes with Chemo, which the
Is a
cowboy's
monkey wrench.
trying to take out the boys. Or the cowboy's trying to take out both of the Chemo's guards,
Yeah.
but now one of the guards has gone directly with Chemo.
Yeah, which is why I think that they were supposed to hit the car, just because those 2 guys are heavy hitters as far as the hitmen are concerned. Even though they're just Chemo's arms, there's still somebody to be worried about.
Yeah. Well, the professor, he's on his balcony in his hotel room after a strong night of boning and silly string. Probably some eggs and bacon in the morning.
I bet
Readying
not.
the laser and missile.
I bet he wakes up and is like drinking vodka straight, warm. He just looks at her like, "What are you still doing here?"
I've got calculus to do. Beat it. There's change on the nightstand.
No, you can't have any of this vodka. I dumped the rest of it on my pecker to get rid of your stank.
Wow.
That's spoken like a man with some experience there, Sam.
Damn.
I was embodying the professor.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and can you fill up the ice on your way out? You dirty, dirty tramp. So he's getting the laser and missile ready. Alexa bumps into the hermit and poses a photographer, a plant photographer. Oh, well, I've got some lovely plants back here, he says. Come on to my place where you and I will be alone. You're fucking alone
You're
right now.
alone already.
Yeah. Ed poses as a janitor in Mr. Lee's office. Mr. Lee, this is my favorite note in this
Dummy. What are you doing, dummy?
film. Mr. Lee makes a pineapple.
Look, dummy, you've been stealing from me. Simon, you're gonna make a pineapple. You dummy.
Dummy, son of a bitch. Hey, make him a pineapple.
I'm gonna make this guy a pineapple.
Which I guess is laying the theft's head on the table and then having a samurai chop a pineapple over it.
To, like, show him what he could do. So, dummy, I'm a good guy. I didn't kill you, dummy. Get out of here. Get on here. Now I'll go.
Yeah,
Who's
but
got my pizza?
I thought that those were really, really sharp, though. So I was kind of expecting to go through the pineapple and then go through his neck, or at least kind of cut his neck a little bit and then sting from the fruit juice.
That's the strength of his henchman's chi.
He's got
he can
skills.
Put the blade wherever he wants it.
It's not the
Or
first
stop
time my guy has given a pineapple. Hell, he has to give himself a pineapple once a week because he's a dummy.
He stole that sword from me. Jenny and the cowboy, they stop Chemo's guys at the gas station that we got a little bit of earlier, where they find out the car's bulletproof. And
Yeah.
now they're working the gas station. Jenny's doing her
Working the butt.
working her butt. So the cowboy sabotages the car by disconnecting the battery.
And putting horseshoes in the doors.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
Yeah, so between the front door and the back
Which
door,
is-
the handles are real close together, so he just puts a horseshoe in them
Oh, I
so
was
that they
writing
can't open the
notes.
door.
See, that was one of my questions. Is I was writing notes and I was like, well, why can't they just open the door? And then I just kind of went with
Do
it.
you
'cause I was
remember-
like, well, why not?
The foreshadowing.
No.
They're in the back of the Brat at the park. And she's like, well, how the hell are we going to do this? And he's like, horseshoes. And there's guys playing horseshoes.
Horseshoes.
Yeah, a little foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you get when you take notes. That's why I don't.
A game of horseshoes. Then so the guys are locked in the car. They can't get out. Battery's disconnected and the doors are jammed. So the cowboy just gasses the pedal, puts gasoline on the car, then shoots what appeared to me like a flare gun at it.
Yeah, that's
Explodes
what
it
I
up
thought
real
too.
nice. Chemo's mans are dead except for Nate Donovan, Tate Moretti.
Martin Cove?
Martin Cove, yeah. Martin Cove's on the plane. So Drew pulls up with the blow-up doll filled up in his front seat. And
He's fondling the inflatable booby.
Because the kahuna's on the highway.
Yeah.
So he pulls up next to the kahuna's men as distraction technique, like, whoa, dude, look at that guy. Hey, Dad, I think he's gonna pork her.
Yeah, exactly. And the kahuna's like, just drive the car, dickface.
Yep. Ed enters Mr. Lee's office. They fight. Mr. Lee's the first one to die. Goes through the window.
And I like that Ed is, one, when he's picked up by Drew, he's like, I'm not into this shit anymore, whatever. He's like, it's Mr. Lee. And he's like, I'm in, because I can test my kung fu. And then he delivers on his instantaneous in by just being that much fucking better at kung fu than another kung fu master. Because that fight doesn't last very fucking long.
Not very long. Not very long indeed.
Well, he was a rather heavy man.
We get the my third favorite stinker staple, the lifeless dummy.
Yes.
They were
Real
good in this
bad
movie.
dummy.
He had a cape on. The curtain stuck to him. It was great.
Yeah, it was great. So some surfing happens at the beach.
With drug dealer surfer guy.
Drug dealer surfer
The
guy.
bottom of the... I still don't know why this guy even matters.
Oh, butterfly.
Yeah. He's like so damn close to the bottom, but I guess he's aspiring enough that they don't want him to work up.
I guess.
I
don't know.
guess.
Maybe he's somebody else's man.
It's like he's like if you can cut a worm in half or any piece of the worm left will grow into another worm. He's them making sure that doesn't happen.
Or he could be like the Kahuna's son or something.
I just think that like they're going that far down in this organ. There's nothing left. Nothing can grow from the ashes of what they're going to destroy.
'Cause 7 guys are in charge of all of the crime.
In
All of
Hawaii.
it in Hawaii. Yeah, I don't like that theory. I think he's somebody's.
There's probably like
I think he's somebody's son. I'm gonna say he's the Kahuna's son. You gotta stop. You gotta cut off the head and then cut off the balls, Sam, of the snake to make sure it doesn't slither. That's my crime busting talk.
yeah.
Good job.
Hail Hydra. So Jenny's gotta put on an outfit that's gonna kill, and it's just a fucking another bikini.
That's different colored but the same cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Must be getting a discount on those ones, like buy one, get one.
She probably just gets them for free from the other lady.
Alexa.
Yeah.
Yeah. On
It's
that
like,
boat. There's
here,
endless bikinis on
Put this on when you
yacht.
rub my back. And so my hands are tired. Shut the fuck up.
So they find Butterfly and some pot, as we've mentioned.
And then Jenny's like, oh yeah,
Come on, kids.
fuck this shit. Let's
go
get
smoke
loaded.
this pot. We never see Jenny again
No,
for the rest
we
of the
don't.
movie.
Well,
No.
for what
We think.
we think.
So Butterfly,
Here, put this on.
Cowboy's like, put the shirt on.
It's a Target. No, it's just art now.
I don't need a shirt, man. I'm good. I don't want a shirt. If some dude came up to the beach to me and I had my shirt off, here, man, take this shirt. It would have to be not a Target shirt for me to wear.
So he says that they're going to pay him, and he's like, I don't need the money.
Right, I don't need the money.
But it's for
the children?
No, it's for the product. That's the product logo is the Target.
Yeah,
So he's going to endorse
I don't like
it.
that shirt.
And then one of his lady friends immediately snags the cash, so then he's kind of locked into doing it.
Like if it was a Christmas shirt and it said Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, I would wear that shirt. But at no point would I ever wear a shirt that has a Target on it. Ever in my life.
Okay.
Good to know.
And it's just a shitty shirt. It's just a strange man with a shitty shirt. Don't wear the shirt. If you don't like the shirt, don't wear the shirt. You don't have to wear the
Well,
shirt.
his lady took the money. He's got to wear this shirt.
He didn't take the money. Fuck his lady. He's got others. He's a drug dealer.
Well, he took the money in his own hand. He's like, I don't need the money. And then the lady's like, okay, and she took the money. The money is then changed hands.
Now
He's locked into it.
Yeah, he is locked into it. I see. All right. Hey, thanks, lady, for getting me fucking killed.
Shot.
Stupid ass. So the cowboy stopped by Harris's girl, Millie. She's like,
Milling around.
hey. I bet
No,
she-
he shoots him first.
No, he doesn't.
The guy on the surfboard? Yes, he
No,
does.
he doesn't. She shows up first, and they hear the radio, and there's other things going on, like, man, thrown from building.
Yeah, that's
Do you
right.
know anything about this?
It was- So-and-so at the gas station has been found tied up with money stuffed in his headphones.
There's all sorts of crazy shit. Hey, we found a lady with her top off getting really high on the beach. Millie's like, I bet you don't know anything about that, do you, cowboy?
About what? Fruity bitch, go away.
All I know about is raising and roping broncos. TK's got his hang glider ready,
Ay.
getting prepped.
If you got it.
Yeah. Drew fakes the fondling the blow-up doll, and then
Shoots the bulletproof glass,
shoots the bulletproof glass at the kahuna.
which results in a long chase.
Butterfly decides to go surfing. Alexa's getting fondled by the hermit. Oh no, it turns into more than fondling, we think.
We think. It looks like he rapes her.
I infer that he rapes her, but it was a really weird scene.
Yeah, so he's up on top, and he's raping her, and he has sort of a weird look on her face, and then you see her, and she just looks up like, this is your raping?
What are
like,
you
I've been raped before, and this is
doing?
ridiculous. And then he looks at her, and he's like, yeah, I am disappointed in myself at this point.
This is I'm not having a good time either.
And then he gets hit in the head, falls in a fucking drink, and gets blown up ass first.
Oh, you want to make your boys hot, huh? I'll make them real hot with a fucking grenade.
It was actually just an oven timer.
Yeah.
But it blew him up ass up anyway, right?
Kinsella's giving some comedy to Chemo. The professor's still collecting data.
He's just writing down. He's drawing pictures of veiny dicks in his notebook.
The cowboy blasts Butterfly. Shoots him right in the chest. Which is weird that he hit him because he was moving, and earlier the cowboy couldn't hit a moving object, which, as we well know, is an Andy Sidaris staple of the Abilene, that they cannot hit a moving target.
But
so
I
apparently
guess
cowboy's not.
the target. I figure that's why he has to have the
Yeah,
target.
Maybe. You can always hit a moving
Target.
target that's painted like a
Target.
target. I don't know. So Millie then comes out of nowhere and shoots Cowboy.
Yep.
Now you're caught up, Jaggy.
Thank you.
You can speak again. You can take the dunce hat off for a little while.
So embarrassed.
Guess what? Professor has finally got enough data and launches the missile.
After he calls the weather station.
Yeah. So you should take note how long that we take to describe what happens on film from the professor's launch until it hits its target. So yeah, Alexa got raped, and she punches him out and blows him away. Millie is a double agent for the Kahuna, I think.
I guess she's like a double. She's like a whatever.
She's a triple agent.
We don't.
Because she's also a tripling
Yeah.
dancer.
She's an agent of love.
Drew shoots at the Kahuna. Again, the skater shoots the blow-up doll. She blew up. That joke.
Yep.
Yeah, from Hard Ticket gets set up.
Yeah.
I did like William Smith, who looks over and says, "Sorry, honey."
Yeah.
That was good. TK tosses the grenade at Mr. Chin, who has gone to the bathroom with his man.
Manservant.
Watch me pee. Why? Just do it.
Just do it. I'm paying your checks, you asshole.
I don't want anything to happen. Like what? You pee on yourself?
Like a
Didn't
grenade
me see
come
it?
and blows them both
Like
up.
some
I
cockwatcher
don't want to
comes
die
in here.
alone.
Yeah.
Maybe they have a problem with crabs in the toilet. And
Crab?
they start peeing on one of them, and it's like, you son of a bitch. And the other crabs launch him into the air, the one crab, and it grabs onto your wiener with its claw. Cha! And that's why he has to go into the bathroom with him, because he's like, if you see a crab flying out of the toilet, you better fucking shoot it
Or
before it gets to my peeper.
Catch it before I can. What if you pee on my hand? I'm not paying you to ask questions.
Shoot towards my dick. It's flying crabs.
Acrobatic crabs, by the
is
way.
a word that no human, or a sentence that no human has ever uttered on planet Earth.
Just wait until my recap of what really happened at the end.
So he gets blown up, both of them. The Kahuna releases the skater. It's time to go, buddy. Go get him. He gets backed over, tossed in the air, but he doesn't get exploded with a rocket launcher.
And he just gets run the fuck
Just
over.
gets run the fuck over. Canella shotgun Skip and Chemo, but Skip was not dead enough and shotguns Kinsella, the comedian.
Yes.
So he's
No
dead.
big loss.
Well, I like Kinsella.
I
I like Art Matrino.
His jokes were terrible.
Oh, they were bad.
The Kahuna makes it to a plane. I'm out of here. Takes off. This shit is fucking manners. Drew bribes the airline. Oh, my wife's got an icky tummy. Get me on that plane. Here's some cash. All right, here you go. We'll fly you also in 5 seconds after the Kahuna takes off.
Yeah.
So the missile finally lands.
Here's a conversation that happens aboard that plane.
Oh, okay, so we can't go to the missile yet. You have
No.
more to say.
This is what happens when they take off and they're like, "Where's your wife?" And he's like, "Follow that plane."
Yeah, exactly.
Your wife? Fuck my wife. Follow that plane. We're already up in the air. Fuck it. What do you got better to do? I already paid for this shit.
Why are you asking about it now? We've already taken off.
Yeah. Who's my wife? Who are you? Follow that plane.
Follow that plane.
It's like a plane taxi
It
cab
is, it is.
chase down.
Yeah.
Totally that. Well, the missile finally hits Mr. Chin in the chest and doesn't explode. It's just like a tracking bullet
It's like a harpoon. And then
from
the hotel.
from calculus.
From calculus. From calculus with love. And death. So it does. It cuts away, and then it cuts back, and his bodyguard's dead too.
Yeah.
So I am to assume that the harpoon that it shot is also like a snake that sort of pops out of his chest, and it's got one left, and it kills the other guy.
Yeah, I like that.
Because it doesn't make any
Yeah, that
sense
doesn't
why
make
that
any
guy's
sense.
dead.
So Drew and the Kahuna land on some island. The Kahuna sends another man who's just, I think, a guy. Because, like, he lands, go get him!
There's a guy
man
on a motorcycle. Yeah.
So he chases after him. He shoots at Drew getting off the plane. He ends up hitting the baggage boy. Baggage boy down.
A lot of that's because that happens in Malibu Express too. At the innocent bystander on a motorcycle getting hit.
Yeah. Drew takes a bike and chases. There's a shootout and Drew wins. Gets the motorcycle guy, which then Drew just rides off and knows exactly where the
Where to
Kahuna's
go?
at. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess he's got a boat. He knows where the boat is.
Well, the Kahuna gets on a Zodiac, and then the Zodiac takes him to a yacht. And Drew's on the beach like, oh, shit. Well, Alexa's flying over in the chopper.
This is when you realize that he has a pretty elaborate contingency plan.
Yeah, like, oh, shit, if I lose him.
If all of these things fall into place just so, the wrong way, I'll also have all of these events falling into place at the same time.
I will just get a motorcycle and explode it on the beach, and then Alexa will be in a chopper and see it, and then come pick me up. So she does. And so they fly over the yacht, and they see the Kahuna, and they get in a shootout, and they shoot him. Oh no, the Kahuna's dead, everything's good. Oh, but it was a fake Kahuna.
Fake Kahunas.
Wearing Drew's earlier wig. So the Kahuna gets out from underneath the dock, checks his man. Oh, he's dead. All right, well, I'm out of here.
Then he gets on the radio. He's like, the plan is still on. We're still doing the plan.
The heist is go.
Go, go, go
Red
to
team,
anyone
go.
who's not dead and listening.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the professor's there on the beach.
Yeah, well, no, while they're in the chopper,
Drew
he's
says
like,
so.
yeah, like, go to where the professor's at. He's over here.
Part of my
So they land the helicopter next to the professor.
other super elaborate, very specific contingency plan is that the professor will be on the beach over here.
Right, yes, exactly. Exactly. Well, I'll have the professor meet us here, and I imagine that there's other guys stationed in other locations just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah. Well, the professor's the one you want, because he's brought the missile. He's got a missile and loads it up. Drew shoots the missile.
Bond99.com.
Bond99.com. We have no idea what happens
I'm assuming the missile hits the boat.
after this point. There's the end of your movie, guys.
Thus far.
Give me your theories. I want to hear Jackie's theory. You've got 17 minutes of film left to figure out what happens from the point Drew launches the missile.
Missile hits boat. Boat and Big Kahoney die.
Big Kahoney.
Then we go to sex party
Okay.
with the hot tub where everybody's naked except the dudes. They've all got their swimming trunks on with their gold medallions.
So you're talking Jenny and Alexa and Millie?
Aunt Millie's there. She's
Fuck
like,
it, why not?
Is
nobody
the-
saw me kill that other guy. And then the pothead lady comes back and she's like, oh my God, I've been looking for you guys everywhere. And then she takes off her top and gets in the pool too. And then the waitress from the restaurant comes and they're like, so what are you going to do with your life now that you've got $35,000 after taxes? And he's like, I don't know. I'm going to go back to my lifestyle. And then it's a freeze frame with all of them laughing, drinking champagne in a hot tub naked.
All right. My theory, because you have to go last, Sam,
Okay.
is the missile gets launched, blows up the kahuna. Drew goes back to base, job done. He talks to Harris, and Harris is like, well, too bad. We didn't like the way you get things done, so we sent in a lady to take care of it for you, and she's the one. She's who we want. Well, Drew doesn't like that. He's like, fuck you. You're going to fuck up the world. Shoots Harris, kills him, and then starts up the agency. The basically shield of the world that's just called the agency.
Boobs,
Yeah, boobs and guns and G-strings.
harpoons,
Yeah.
wetsuits,
Setting up
Cessnas.
the next 12 Andy Sidaris films.
Cessnas.
Sam, what's your theory?
He blows up the boat. There's like a yeah. But then they go back and there's a long conversation where he elaborately describes what happened, as is the case with most Sedaris movies. Then he tells us all of the things that happened, including the fact that Harris double-crossed him and wasn't going to give him the money, but Millie was actually a triple agent, and she shot the cowboy who wasn't dead because he was wearing something protective, and
Okay.
it was all a ruse, so that people would think that she was a double agent when she was actually a triple agent, and she got the money from Harris and waxes him, and then they all win in the end. And they're like, ah ha ha, and Hawaii is still nice.
And then drink champagne.
Yes, but they're wearing sweaters, they're not naked, even though it's nice and warm outside.
Yeah.
Sweaters in the warm weather.
All right, so what is the bad guy's master plan?
I don't know.
Oh, I do. I wrote that down. You asked me that earlier. So what they were going to do is they were going to kill a bunch of people, and then they were going to have Barbara Streisand move to Hawaii,
Oh,
thereby dropping the property. Like they're like, oh, the murders we can live with. The Streisand, we cannot.
yeah, I really don't know if there's a better way to crash real estate market than
Streisand.
the largest nose that's ever been filmed and heard.
I can't help it. I like Funny Girl, and I like,
I'm seeing wine.
and I do like A Star Is Born. I'd watch it again tomorrow.
Fuck A Star Is Born. We will come back to this once we have seen the rest of 7 and let you know whether we recommend it or not. But up until that point,
We're depending on Martini Shark.
yep, Martini Shark, it's up to you. And get to the chopper. Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter at Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.